Okay, so let's look at some tweet things, and then we'll stop. I want to be here. Yeah. Okay, so the daily behavior. You can see there's some sort of rupturing happens around the end of the day, local time. But this is a general trend that we kind of see, right? So that there's less activity in the morning, but what there is of that activity, it's generally more positive, and then it trails off through the day, right? So you see that over and over again. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, these are the high points of the week. Tuesday on average is usually lowest. Sometimes it's Monday, but it's usually actually Tuesday. Because Monday you've still got something maybe good happened here, and you can talk about it. But it's sort of like ebbing out, and now it's just like this vast, you're in the middle of the desert here, right? At least Wednesday you're halfway through. So this is so-called this is the daily unraveling of the human mind, right? So sleep we need to reboot ourselves, basically, because the wheels have come off. So the language becomes more emotional as well. It becomes more negative, but also the variance goes up. This is connected to that, so this is one of these plots where we've renormalized things. So these are 5 words you can't say on television, quite different ones, right? These are 5 swear words. Very, very different words, but renormalized, and they all very much have the same pattern, right? So in the morning, people are more muted. They're talking about coffee but generally not being rude as well. And then the wheels come off as the day goes on. Morning people are happier? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. No, I don't think that's. They're less emotional, so maybe they're not as well. But you shouldn't have meetings here. Basically, you should have them here where people are under control. There's lots of evidence for this, right? People after lunch, people's social media usage also just goes up. Like it's just they ate food or beer or something, and they can't function properly anymore. They should all have a nap, right? Some cultures have figured this out. Yes. So this is comparing, so this is one of these more elaborate word shifts. This is comparing Tuesdays relative to Saturday, right? Sorry, Saturdays are the comparison, Tuesdays are the reference. So Saturdays, if you look at all the yellow on this side, there's more love and a little ha-ha there. There's another ha-ha-ha, friends, game, movie, birthday, great. This is early on with Twitter, so it's still mostly humans, right? Not so many bots. But there will be ads at this point, and yeah. Wedding, awesome, amazing, playing, shopping, all those sorts of things. There's a little less swearing, there's less homework, less bad, less sick, which is a word that maybe we could get rid of. So con is a bit tricky because there's probably Spanish coming through. Less not and don't, so and less no up there. So they're good ones, right? They're less sort of basic negatives being used. Is there a question? But there are some things going the other way, right? So all of this is why Saturdays are happier, and it's not a big difference, but they are above. But here are the words that are happening more on Tuesdays, more on Saturdays that are problematic. So there's more last, which is just a reference in time, I guess. But bored, drunk, fight. There is more dote, hangover, right? So some things go wrong on Saturdays because of what you did on Friday. There's less Google, a few less solutions to homework. What's that?
I was just referencing 30 Rock.
Oh.
Yes, was Google himself on your computer.
It went wrong. All right. It's true. We still have those people. In this you can see some of these things don't, right? Again, sick, for example, and so on. But this gives you some, it seems reasonable. All right. So I think that's probably a good place to stop. I'll keep building these things up. There's a lot of stuff in here, and slowly work through it. But these things, these word shifts or categorical data shifts, once you get these in your head, they take a little bit of time to figure out. But again, it's not general relativity. Then They're really powerful. And one last example here that I just want to mention is, for example, when we looked at geographic stuff to start with, we were finding some interesting things, and then when we started to look at the word shifts, all these words like pressure and accident and rising and falling came up, and it turns out ambulances tweet and weather stations tweet. So there's real, and they're geolocated. So you have to be really, really careful with these things. Immediately tell you if it's all corrupted and full of nonsense, basically. And otherwise, they'll tell you the right story. All right. Okay. If you want to come over to Farrell, I'll be over there too.